But if you really take a look at the 1 month performance, it's just trying to limp back. But also remember that the IPO lock-in period is getting over, so that's a big event, and also bonus issues. So keep this particular stock on your watch list. All right, on that note, let's shift gears now to the auto sales numbers for the month of October, and they are trickling in, and Sonia is sitting right next to me with all the number crunching. Sonia, tell us.
So, it's been a big mixed bag this time around, no two ways about that. The big takeaway is that exports are still under pressure. So let's start with Bajaj Auto, where the overall numbers have been under pressure because of the export sales. The weak wholesale numbers were led by a steep fall in exports. So overall sales were down about 10-odd%. Export sales under a lot of pressure, coming in, both for the two-wheelers as well as for the three-wheelers. There was a big knockdown, and total export sales down by 31%. The domestic sales were not too bad, actually, 11% growth. In that context, the management did mention that it would take a couple of more quarters before some normalcy returns in the export markets. But in the domestic business, things have looked pretty good. In fact, domestic markets, they have gained market share in the 125cc plus segment. Let's move on to Escorts. In Escorts, the numbers have been good, both year-on-year as well as month-on-month. There's been a pickup, 7.5% year-on-year, domestic sales up 8.6%, and month-on-month is a double-digit growth that Escorts has seen this time around. The management commentary was also quite positive. The company said that demand has picked up, the sowing season has been good, above normal monsoon and higher water reservoir levels have aided the demand this time around. Let's move on then. You have many other companies that came out with its numbers. There was Ashok Leyland, there was Eicher Motors. In fact, talking about the commercial vehicle piece, Ashok Leyland did very well. 34% growth is what we've seen in their total sales. The medium and heavy commercial vehicle segment saw a 48% growth. Even Eicher commercial vehicles had a good run, about a 4% overall growth, and the domestic growth has been even better. It's a double-digit growth that Eicher saw in its commercial vehicle segment. For Maruti, now Maruti's numbers actually year-on-year, they look good, but that's because same time last year there was a huge supply chain issue and a supply chain constraint, because of which Maruti's numbers year-on-year look good, but they are not comparable because of the chip shortage issue. If you look at the compared to what the poll had thrown up or what brokerages had given out, the numbers are looking a bit disappointing. So festive season sales have not panned out as well for Maruti as one would have expected, and hence the stock is under a bit of pressure. So largely you'd have to say it was a mixed bag this time around. In fact, let's listen in to what Rakesh Sharma, the executive director of Bajaj Auto, had to say about their numbers this month.
It take probably another couple of quarters before normalcy starts to return. That's been our experience in the past when we've gone through these cycles. At a retail level, every month is better than the previous month. And that is very heartening, because it indicates that the markets are digesting at least the price increase which is taking place because of inflation. Actually, our shipments are running behind retails. So I would say that there is every progressive month, exports should see a rise over the previous month. Retail story is a story of tale of two halves, actually, the upper half and the bottom half. And it's been a good festive, very robust festive, which has lifted the business, and the quality of the sales and the quality of growth for the industry and of course for Bajaj has been very good.
All right, so that was all the roundup as well as the analysis of the auto numbers for the month of October. On that note, while you digest it, we'll slip into a short breather on Business Lunch, but come back for more news and market updates for the day. Stay tuned.